You can't just mistreat pedestrians and civilians like this. I'm going.
Hang on, you're not free to leave, David.
May 14th, 2024, Wheaton, Illinois. Police respond after a man refuses to leave a store when denied cigarettes for being 1 cent short of $1.
How's it going?
Not good.
What's going on?
Maybe I should talk. I'm tired of her overhearing what I'm saying.
Okay.
So I would rather just talk to you out here. And I'd rather just leave.
Okay.
This is such a... Officer, I am so fucking sick of people mistreating me.
Okay.
I have had it well past whatever the fucking top of the roof is of people mistreating me. And that black gentleman who probably drove off, he threatened to shoot me. He threatened to kill me. And he said I was a dumbass white boy. And he said he was gonna shoot me. And then I told the police officer over the phone that he said he was gonna shoot me if I didn't leave. And then he started, then he started mouthing that he was doing it for self-defense. I didn't threaten you.
What started off this issue tonight?
This dumb bitch.
Okay.
Frankly, I wouldn't call her a bitch to her face. It's not nice to say bad words like that. What? I'm sick of them mistreating me.
What's your name?
David.
David?
Yeah. And this girl, just because she doesn't understand how to talk to anybody or get to the point of a matter with a customer, it was a matter of a penny, which I have enough money to buy the cigarettes. I just said, oh God, look, I just happen to only have enough for 32 cents or else I'm going to have to break my quarters or my bills. I don't want to do that. Will you spot me a penny? And I wasn't rude. And I was not loud, and I was not profane. All I said, can you spot me a penny so I don't gotta break my fucking money? And then she was like, oh no. Because honestly, there have been other people that work here that have been so fucking kind to me that when I've been short, they'll just give me the pack for free. Because they felt bad that they could see that I was carrying around a bag of change. On the other hand, there's this person who doesn't even have the remote kindness, remotely the kindness to lend a penny.
David, do you have an ID on you?
Yeah.
Can I see it?
You can see it.
Thank you.
I'm very friendly and kind with officers. I abide by the law. Sometimes I get upset, and I definitely speak my mind to the officers when the people are mistreating me. Yeah.
So, David, it seems like you have a lot going on.
Hell yeah, and I got cigarettes.
But the first thing I'm going to say is that nobody owes you anything. Just because if you don't have the money, nobody has to give you something.
I know. Right? I know that. But all you have to do is say, okay, no, I can't do it. And I was, okay.
So what did she say to you that set you up?
She said, I can't do it. I'm like, really? I admit, I challenged it for a second.
So she said, you can't do it. That's what you said.
Yeah.
That's all they have to do is say that.
Right. And then I said, really? And then I was like, I was so frustrated and surprised that she's like the opposite of every other nice person that's ever worked here. And I was like, you serious? And I took a penny out of the jar. And that's when she started having her attitude, trying to deny me cigarettes. At one point, I reached out and tried to grab the cigarettes because I had already handed her the money. And she was trying to... Basically, I handed her the proper amount of money, and I was amply ready to pay whatever I got to do to make up for this penny, and that she denied me after I already gave her the money. She's sitting there holding the cigarettes that aren't even hers, that I paid for. And then she's acting like she dictates what goes on here.
Did she give you the money back that you had given her?
Yeah.
Okay, what do you want me to call you?
No, I already had a long day, and this dude, he didn't want to pay it in full.
Okay.
And then he tried to steal cigarettes and snatched it.
Okay. He snatched them from your hand?
He was trying to.
Okay. But did he make physical contact with you?
Yeah, he tried to grab my arm.
Well, we're being very specific here. Did he touch you?
So he
Two
did.
different things. He did. Okay.
He was saying, oh, do you have like an extra penny? I'm like, dude, I can't do anything. Like,
okay.
Because then it would come out of my check and all that stuff. So I'm just like, dude, I'm short on money. So he thinks like taking money out of...
He tried taking money out of here?
Yeah, so then I'm like, that's technically stealing at that point.
Yeah.
So you can't take that kind of money. And then he tried to basically get even more aggressive and like take the cigarettes from here and grab my hand. And that's when I snatched it out.
Okay. So he reached across like this to try and take them? Mm-hmm. Okay, and then he touched your hand in doing so?
Yes,
okay.
And there's cameras so you could see on footage. I would have to call my manager.
Okay, that's if we need to. Do you want to sign complaints and have him arrested?
I would want him banned.
Just trespass?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. If we trespass him, he'll get him out of here, and then he won't be allowed to come back here.
Okay.
And then we'll kind of we'll get the paperwork started, and then we'll have you sign a couple things. I'll let you take care of these guys. Okay.
All right.
Give me 1 second. Okay. So is it his main thing is he didn't have enough?
No, he didn't.
He didn't have enough. That's why he was denied the. Got it. Okay. How much was he short?
He had enough, but he didn't want to use any of his other coins.
Okay. Just give us a second. Okay.
for you. Just because you're homeless, you're not owed things. Coming in here and throwing a fit because somebody won't give you the penny or make up the change that you don't have to pay for the product or that you don't want to give them to pay for the
I
product.
can't feel agitated with not being able to have cigarettes.
Responsible people handle that in a different way.
Where am I going to get cigarettes then? I don't have a car.
Walk across the street to Walgreens?
Okay, great. There's other options. But, you know, it's all about being mistreated. It's the way that this night has gone. You don't treat people like that. I was mistreated. I was upset.
All right, well, telling somebody that you're not going to cover the rest of their money and give them cigarettes may be offensive to you, but it's not criminal in any nature.
There's nothing criminal about what I said or out of line about wanting to stand in the store where the person says you must leave, but I'm properly in the store.
Your attitude since I got here has been out of line. It's been over the top. You've been screaming the entire time until now.
I've been
Finally
upset.
calm down.
I have
get
been
that.
upset.
So I tell my kids all the time when they're upset, take a deep breath and let's have a rational conversation about it, right?
My dad died.
I'm
My
sorry to hear
dad
that.
passed away.
I'm sorry to hear
I either cry or sometimes I get really mad. I do my best.
Okay.
And when I get encountered by people that are mistreating me, I cannot.
None of us are
I can't even believe
responsible
it.
for the things going on in your life.
She is.
No, she's not.
No, she is.
No,
She's my life. This is the only pack of cigarette that comes from a U.S. grown farm. And when you get it from the U.S. grown
She
farm,
wants to trespass.
Okay. We're going to issue a trespass letter for here. You're not going to come back here.
I don't know what that means.
It means you're not allowed to come back
When?
for 3 years.
3 years.
Yeah, every business has the right to serve
What if
people.
I need to come through here? Bad people around here, man. And then you're supporting them.
We are absolutely supporting them.
I know, but they're bad people. So, oh, they are. They're bad.
Okay, we're not going to take a disagreement
Who's
and
that
turn it
for?
into a bad situation. Because right now, this is not bad. Right?
Okay.
And
I'm just saying they're bad. They're bad.
Okay, you can.
You don't want to agree with me? Okay. That's fine. In the midst of all that, some guy got away who just said he was going to
Is
kill
there
me.
anybody who could bring you a trespass letter?
I kind of want to deal with that.
I understand. I understand. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sincerely sorry.
That's fine.
I didn't mean to overstep my bounds in any ways.
That's fine.
I didn't. I'm trying to be a
Okay.
good person.
How'd you get here?
By foot.
Like, where'd you walk from?
My place.
Where's
I
that?
don't want to disclose where it is because
Okay,
this is making me uncomfortable.
I'm only asking because I want to make sure that you didn't just get dropped off here by somebody.
Nobody
That you have a
dropped
way to get home.
Yes,
and-
I'm very close. I'm right down the street.
Okay.
I live by myself. I don't have a car. I don't need a car for this purpose.
Okay, that's fine.
I'm terribly sorry.
Let's step over here so we don't block the way for people to come on in.
Yeah.
So let's go over here. You're fine to stand right there.
Okay. She's just some kind of idiot. To me, she's some kind of idiot to start this with me.
Okay. I'm
And that
sorry.
makes me feel bad. This is my new place, my new town, new place to live in. Now I just got threatened by a black man and issued a trespass letter from this teenager who doesn't have the kindness to spot a penny or just at least have the conversation to realize that, yeah, I'll pay for my cigarettes. I'm not mad.
If your attitude was anything like it is right now at the start of your interaction with her, I do not blame anybody one bit for not giving you the time of day. My point, what I'm saying, is that you got to start every interaction off with kindness.
I am. I'm not being unkind. I was never unkind.
Having a
You
hard
want to
time.
tell me that I was unkind?
Well, unkindness kind of can come from things like that because hurt people hurt other people.
But I didn't hurt anyone.
I'm saying.
This place has traffic cigarettes that are grown in U.S. farms. I taste them and I'm like, wow, that actually doesn't taste like all nasty and weird with all the chemicals, the way it makes you feel. That seems natural. That's why I like coming here. Can't get those other places that I noticed.
I'm certain that this is not the only place.
I know, but you can't find the traffic cigarettes. That's not fair. So I take it very seriously. It makes me very upset the way they're so unhealthy for you and that you could actually have better ones. Could you possibly, if I gave you the money, would you possibly buy them for me just for one time's sake?
Well, you didn't have the money, brother.
I do. I had the money, didn't I? He was here. I always had the money.
Then how did we get to this point?
You didn't hear it? I told her that I just didn't want to break either my quarters or my bills. Can you please spot me a penny because I happen to have 32 cents.
Well, it's a pretty silly reason to get into an argument.
It's a silly reason for a child to issue a trespass.
The point is that going forward, this didn't need to escalate to you getting into a pissing match with
It
young.
wasn't my fault. You can't just blame me for it. It was her fault as much as it was mine.
No, she is the business owner. She has the right to refuse anything
Okay,
she wants.
sure, but she wasn't right about what she did.
It doesn't matter if it makes it right or not.
Okay, it should matter. I know that you're saying for the implications of the law and everything, but I'm talking about the moral quality of all this. It's bad.
Listen. In my job, I deal with what is legally right and wrong.
I know, and you
Right.
also deal
No.
with issuing things to people that they don't deserve.
But just because something is morally wrong, which you and I can probably both agree with, doesn't mean that it is legally
Oh yeah.
right. So
I agree. Can't disagree with
I'm
that.
wearing my job right now. So
I know.
when I'm outside of this uniform, you and I can agree all day.
Just talking to you for help as an
Yeah.
officer.
Yeah. And
I'm talking to you.
I got no problem talking to you.
Okay. Thank you.
I got no problem talking to you.
Literally just wanted to explain what happened.
Yeah. I
And
hear you. Listen, it's a very frustrating thing, and I'm sorry you had to go through it. Okay?
I'm sorry too. I think I said I was sorry. I mean it.
Yeah, I believe
I'm
you're
sorry, Officer White.
I believe you're sorry.
I'm not a bad person.
What's your first name, Bill?
No, David.
David.
Well, my name means beloved. I'm a beloved man.
You are.
And if people gave me the chance, you see what a kind person I am. I don't like being suddenly called out for being bad.
No one said you're bad.
She said I was bad.
Well,
this whole thing is a bad look.
Yeah, well, it doesn't matter what she thinks.
Doesn't, except for the fact that now I can't get my cigarettes apparently unless I get the manager to override this ridiculous event.
Well, unfortunately, no one except for us can override that.
I thought he told me, Officer Hoots told me that the manager has to be involved in understanding whether or not I would be banned from here or not. It can't be up to her.
The manager has to be the one that makes the ultimate decision.
Yeah,
You're
not
right.
her.
Yeah.
She's not the manager.
But if she calls her manager and her manager approves of it, then...
But they may or may not have.
You're right.
They didn't. So you can't just issue that to me now.
Well, she's going to call them.
They're not going to settle that without the manager meeting and talking with me in person.
We don't need that.
I do. Satisfaction.
David, it's not about that.
It is partly about that.
It's not.
You've got a customer. You can't just mistreat pedestrians and civilians like this. You're treating people wrong. I'm going.
Hang on. You're not free to leave. David. David, come here. David, stop.
What is it I have to do?
Stand back over here because you're not free to leave.
They can't force me to stay.
I can force you to stay. You're still being detained.
How am I detained?
Because I told you you are. Stand back over here. If you walk away again, you're going to be placed under arrest. Sit
Okay.
back down. Don't do that again.
Okay. What do I have to stay for?
Because you're being detained. Because we're still figuring this out. We need to issue a trespass letter. You're not free to go yet. Okay? Does that make sense? I don't want to have to arrest you, but don't walk away from me again.
Okay. All right. It's just the whole scenario doesn't make sense to me. How can you force me to stay and wait for them to be able to?
How can we force you? Because we're the law.
Yeah, but how could you do that? Why to force somebody to be tied up over not having done anything wrong?
Okay.
And then
David,
and then
I'm telling you,
you're
you're not free to go yet. You will be in a little bit, just not right now. Okay?
My dad died.
I understand that.
Can't cope with that. It's not culpable.
That's a hard thing to deal with.
It's not livable. It's you wake up and you cry. You sleep and you cry. You dream and you're sad. You dream and you have nightmares and you're sad all the time.
Sorry you're dealing with that, man.
Nice to hear a nice person acknowledge that. Thank you.
All right. So listen, David. I don't want you to have to suffer. I don't want you to have to struggle.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. It sounds like you're going through a lot. It sounds like today was a rough day. But,
Oh, yeah.
But listen, today is just another day.
Okay.
Right. It's
I'll
just
move on and keep away where I'm not liked from some stupid person. I don't want to be where I'm not liked anyway.
Well, listen, David. I don't dislike you.
Thank you.
I don't dislike you at all.
I meant the girl.
Well, who cares?
I don't care. That's what
Listen.
I got to snap my mind into thinking like.
Let me give you a very important piece of advice. Right? If you live for people's acceptance of you, you will die by their rejection.
Oh yeah, you live for their acceptance.
You'll die by their rejection.
You know, that's a really profound point, especially when you're living through that. I feel that connected with me right there because if I'm living to be accepted by them,
Then you'll die when they reject you.
I feel terrible.
You feel terrible, right? And that's a terrible feeling.
But I shouldn't feel terrible.
Not everyone has to like me. Not everyone has to like you, right? But
Right.
all that matters is that, hey, we have a select couple of people that we know do like us. And that's all that matters.
I don't like when, I was in the middle of that situation and then all of a sudden there was a guy there and then just because he could hear that I was upset and trying to speak up to the police officer on the phone and then they were saying that I was trying to insist that I, proclaim that I should have a right to be here.
Yeah, and you know what? That sounds like a pretty scary thing for that guy to say to you, but you know what? He's gone. It doesn't matter anymore.
I was like, really? I looked at him. I was like, really? In Wheaton? What's somebody like you doing here?
Well,
idiot. I called him an idiot. I've never been so bold as to call somebody an idiot after they threatened to shoot me. But I was just like, what the hell is going on, man? I even told him out loud. I said in front of everyone, I said, everyone's been treating me so bad lately.
Okay. Well, all we can focus on right now, David, is just moving forward, okay?
That's all we can do.
Okay.
I certainly really dislike this person for, like you said, we're not living for acceptance of other people.
Let me teach you something. So There's a little thing I like to call the Serenity Prayer.
Okay.
Right? And the Serenity Prayer says, God,
Grant me the power
to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things that I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Right? What can I change?
Accept the things I cannot change is the first part, right?
Accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the
What I
things that I can, and
then-
the wisdom to know the difference. So the wisdom part is the key part, because you need to recognize what is in my power, what is in David's power to control what he can control, and what is outside of my power. And whatever is outside of my power, it's okay. For example, you've gone through a lot of grief that is outside of your ability to control.
Yeah.
Okay, that is outside of your ability to control.
The hell thing.
Okay, but God's given you things that you can control.
Sure.
Right, and so those are the things you need to be grateful for.
Okay.
Right?
Trying.
You are trying. You are trying. And you know what? Hey, just because you have a bad day doesn't mean it's the end of the world.
I hope they can do
Obviously-
this thing pretty quick. We can move along.
Yeah, we
it's
are.
not
He's-
that I'm irritated, but you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just wanted to move along and be on with my night. I wish you a good night.
he's just filling out the paperwork now, David, and then we'll give you some papers. Listen, you're not getting arrested, right?
Thank you.
That's not what that
I
mean,
just thanks for being nice. I don't think I deserve that. Okay. First of all, I'm sorry. Bad mistake. Worst thing I could have done all night. I mean,
What was that?
I asked her if she had an extra penny in the back or wouldn't mind, whatever. I don't know, the drawer being off a penny or whatever. But all because I was just being stubborn. I admit it.
What'd you need a penny for?
Just so that I didn't have to break my quarters and singles. And I was like,
Were you looking to buy cigarettes?
yeah, because I got like 18 bucks and I'm looking at my change, it just irked me that I had 32 cents rather than the 33 I needed so that I didn't have to break other bills and stuff.
Is that all she needed was 33?
Yeah, I had 732.
knew
And
that.
I'm not calling, she can do whatever she wants. We've already established that.
he just
and
said,
everything.
so he didn't want to break his quarters or dollars to pay for the penny. He asked her if she could just spare a penny in the drawer.
And then she said no.
She refused. David got upset.
I took a penny, then I took a penny out of the jar and was like, here's one right here. And she was like, you can't do that.
It's a donation,
And then and I was like, this should be donated to me practically. I'm a poor man. And my dad just died.
What happened after that? Did you try and grab the cigarettes, or what happened?
At one point, I did try to grab the cigarettes. She was holding them there because she was saying, I'm not going to give you the cigarettes. And I was like, you know what? I was like, no, I'm not going to fight with her. Actually, it was like, those are my favorite cigarettes. Those are the ones that I feel good with. Please, don't make me go buy other ones. They don't have the traffics anywhere else. These traffics are U.S. grown tobacco. Makes me feel better when I smoke it. Makes me feel like I'm doing something a little more responsible, thoughtfully healthy for myself, rather than buying any old cigarette that's just poison. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to do this.
Yeah, I hear you. We're gonna talk to her a little bit more and see what we got going on here, okay? See what we can do for you, but you got to be careful with that kind of stuff, because
Appreciate both of you officers so much, though. It's
Yeah,
been
David.
nice to me.
Yeah, we don't want to be mean to you, David.
Thank you.
well, whatever we end up doing here, David, what I want you to do is take this number.
Okay.
This is the number for the crisis center, okay?
Okay.
Give them a ring. They're working around the clock 24/7, all right? Now, it's a voluntary program. They're not going to automatically hospitalize you or anything like that, okay?
Yeah.
They're looking to talk to people like you that are having some issues. And you can go there and you can talk to them on the phone, or you can go in person. And obviously, if there's nothing else going on, you can leave whenever you want to. But
Yeah.
that's what they're willing to provide for you, because that's a community service, okay?
Okay.
Hey, David. So I just want to recap one more time. I know you talked to these officers. So essentially, you didn't want to break your change. You took the money out of the charity thing to get the penny, right? And then she told you no, and you reached across the counter to grab the cigarettes. Okay. Was she trying to stop you from grabbing the cigarettes?
She pulled back and then I let go.
Okay.
And I was like, I'm sorry. Like it was like I was instantly like, I'm sorry.
Well, and we'll be able to assist you with some of that stuff. I heard them talking about crisis. So,
Yeah.
go ahead and stand up right now for me, though.
Okay.
And put your hands behind your back. You're under arrest. I'll tell you what's going to happen, okay? Everything that I told you still stands as far as getting in contact with the crisis center. You're good people, okay?
What about this?
This officer's going to talk to you a little bit more. He had a little bit more information than I did. And we'll run you through it, okay?
Well, how can I get out of jail later?
So we're gonna talk about that. We're gonna go back. We're gonna go back to the PD.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to do some paperwork. Okay. You're gonna get a few charges, and then we'll call the state. If they grant a pretrial release, you'll sign a piece of paper saying you'll come to court.
Okay.
And you'll get out tonight. Okay.
Everyone has to pay.
Correct. Yeah.
I don't have.
There's no cash bail at all.
Yeah. They got rid of cash bail, so that's not going to be an issue.
Yeah. It's just
Okay.
they'll let me out when we go through all the process.
Yep. Yeah, it shouldn't take long. You're just going to come back with us for a
you
little
guys
bit.
maybe
We're
drive
going
me
to get
home?
through it.
Okay,
We're
guys.
just going to walk over in this car right here.
We appreciate you being cool with us, all right?
Okay. Welcome. I appreciate you being cool with me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so I have to make a few calls. It
Yeah.
could take an hour or two to get the calls back.
Yeah.
And then, do you have anything on you that's going to poke me or stick me?
No. I just had my keys and my wallet.
Okay, if you can just spread your legs for me.
Yeah.
Dude, we're going to go ahead and just have a seat in the car here.
Yeah. Modest mouse.
Nice.
Okay. So what do I need to do?
Just turn around backwards and try to slide yourself in. Be the easiest way.
Okay.
Like I said, I put those 2 sets of cuffs on you so it's not super tight on your shoulders there.
Okay. Thanks.
If you have to rotate, it shouldn't be too hard on your wrist because I put the 2 cuffs on. If it is, just kind of rotate your body a little bit. It'll loosen up some of that pressure, okay?
Okay.
Like I said, we're going to head back to PD. We're going to go over some stuff, book, process, try to get you out as soon as we can, okay?
Okay.
Another thing is we do have the trespass letter. You just won't be allowed to come back here.
Yeah.
It's valid for 3 years. If you do come back, you'd be subject to arrest for trespassing, okay?
Okay.
So try not to get too worked up, okay?
I'll try not. Yeah. Okay.
Thank you. Sure.
David Szilagyi was arrested and charged with battery for making physical contact and disorderly conduct for disturbing the peace.